Hello there, all my earthly angels. If you are here today, it's because you have a divine purpose, and there is a message here for you today that will help you on your path. Today's reading is, what is your strength and what are you bringing to the world? Now, initially when I started this reading, I was going to do a quick cards reading, but this is the first time I have used my dice as a divination tool in my videos. But even though I only pulled a few cards, I actually found that I spent a lot of time on each card and each message, so this reading quickly became quite long and detailed. So anyway, these are the piles here today. I'm actually filming this after doing the readings because I wanted to incorporate the dice in the decision-making process for you when you are picking your piles. So let's have a look at the piles now. First we have Sapphire, and we have the numbers 2 1s, 2 4s, and a 6. For pile number 2, we have Lemon, as well as 1, 2, 3, 2 3s, and a 6. And for pile number 3, we have Red, and the numbers 3, 2 4s, 5, and 6. So pick your piles, then click down below for your timestamps, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi there, pile 1, and welcome to your reading. This is your reading about what is your strength and what are you here to bring to the world. You have chosen Sapphire. Now, Sapphire is a very calming and emotionally healing energy. So I can imagine that you are the kind of person that people are coming to you for healing and grounding messages, and just to be able to experience their emotions without judgment or without criticism. All right, I'm gonna put that over here. Now, before I pull out any more cards, I am going to use these dice to get a more specific idea on what area in life you have your strengths. How this is going to work is that every number represents an area of life. Repeating numbers we have will hold the stronger influence in your life. So let's roll these dice now. So we have 2 1s, we have 2 4s, and we have a 6. So with the 1s, we can see that you have a very strong sense of self. Along with the Sapphire here, your sense of self is very calming and very grounded. So a lot of people kind of see you as a rock that they are able to hang on to. With the 4 here, I can see that you're very good at overcoming obstacles and challenges. I feel this self energy and the Sapphire here, it creates an energy that is actually able to lift people up and over their challenges, as well as not only their challenges, but you are really good at navigating your own challenges, and therefore you've had a lot of success, because 6 here means success. You really use your sense of self to really raise people up and help them and help create success in the people around you. All right, let's pull some cards for some clarification. Okay, we're going to, oh, that's definitely one. What does pile number 1, what are their strengths? How do they help clear blockages for people? Oh, this one. And what kind of successes? What kind of successes can we see? All right. Starting over here, this is going to give us more detail about the number 1 that has shown up in your dice. And you have North Node with future. So what I am seeing here is that you have a very strong connection to the universe, and you have a lot of abilities to really read and understand people. You use this ability to not only help yourself navigate situations, but you are able to give guidance and direction to the people around you. You intuitively know what it is people want and what it is people need, and you have it within yourself to provide this to people, and you know that, and you are well aware of that, and you do this in a way that is loving and unconditional. I can't see that you ever do this with the intention of getting anything in return. Your genuine hope is to see people succeed. So next we have a card to clarify the 4, and we have Full Moon in Libra, find a balance. This is really validating what I read from the die before, that you are a balancing energy. You are able to find what it is people want and need in that particular moment, and you are able to like level out their energy. So if this person needs advice, if they need guidance, you will give that to them. If they need somebody who's just going to be there present with their emotions and help them through their emotions, you can do that. You are a very balancing energy, and you really help people through what it is they are experiencing, and empowering people to move forward and move towards what it is they truly want and what it is they truly need. Alright, this next card here is going to be clarifying the 6. So we have turquoise with the earth element and perseverance. Essentially, your success is being able to see that any obstacles that arise are not permanent. Your success is all about recognizing that each moment is fleeting. We can see that your success is being able to distance yourself from each situation and actually recognize that each problem that comes up is something that is temporary. It's not going to stay with you forever. And it's this perspective that really helps you succeed. It's this perspective that really helps you succeed in helping and guiding people. You help them see the bigger picture, because you yourself can recognize that everything that happens is part of this bigger picture, and it just makes it easier to move past if you can see this bigger picture. The people who are around you, when they are around you, they can recognize that there is a lot more to life, and that they are more worthy as well. Because the love that you provide and the guidance you provide is unconditional, and it makes them see that whatever is happening in their situation right now, that pure love and positive intention does exist. And so it's harder for them to get caught up in negative energy when they are with you. You make everything look, all of the problems look smaller and easier to manage. And this inspires them to really persevere. And this gives them the strength to really persevere through these problems. I'm just going to pull some last cards, which are going to be messages, just some affirmations that you need to hear in order to just some cards that are affirmations and messages that you need to hear. Okay. So first we have, this one here. Alright, let's have a quick look at these cards. So first we have expand. So you're encouraged to find opportunities to grow. You do have psychic abilities, you have a lot of intuitive abilities, and you are encouraged to find ways to expand on this and to be open and aware of signs. I feel like I'm getting the message that you need to be open to signs from the universe, and if you do some journaling and taking note of these signs, then things are going to become a little bit more clearer for you, and you are going to be able to make these connections quicker and in a more confident way. Next we have intuition. Once again, yes, intuition. You need to trust your intuition about people and situations. You have a very strong ability to understand people's emotions and understand what it is they want and need from a situation, as well as helping them balance out those emotions so they're not so extreme. Use your intuition to really help and support the people around you. Next we have friends. I feel like your biggest success and your biggest influence is with your friends. Perhaps a lot of your ability is you've either had a really supportive home life that you are able to use as a foundation for your support to your friends, or on the other side you've had a really intense home life which has really forced you to ground yourself, to connect with your emotions, and to really find yourself. And this is what your friends find inspiring, and this is why you have this strong energy, this strong calming energy, that you didn't develop this because of anyone else, you developed it within yourself. But essentially most of your purpose is to help your friends, help your network. And even if you up until now you haven't made friends a big priority, I feel like there is a lot you can get from supporting your friends and even making friendships. Like if you are with a partner and perhaps you haven't really gone out of your way to create a social network or whatever, I'm really seeing that you need to spend more time with friends, you need to spend more time with other people in order to strengthen all of the abilities that you are bringing forth into the world. Anyway, pile number 1, that is all of the messages I see here for you today. If you enjoyed this reading, please make sure you like and subscribe. Hello there, pile 2. This is your reading about what is your strength. What are you bringing to the world? You have chosen lemon, and this is already telling me that you are somebody who's very intelligent, you are a great problem solver, and just inspire fresh thinking, fresh ideas, and innovative thinking. I'm going to put that one here. So before we pull out any cards, I'm going to be using these dice here in order to get a clearer idea of what areas in life your strengths are. So whatever repeating numbers we have will indicate a stronger influence. So let's roll these dice now. Okay, so we have, what do we have? We have 2 threes and a 6. Okay. I can see here with the double threes that the biggest strength you bring to the world is that you are a hard worker who puts in lots of effort. Whatever goals, whatever projects you are working on, you really put your all into it, and you really put a lot of work and effort and planning as well. I can see that you're really good at planning and problem solving, and I can see that here with the lemon as well. Just thinking of new ways of approaching situations, new ways of navigating difficult situations, new ways of interacting with people and problem solving. Perhaps you're very good at diplomacy, or maybe you're working in, say, like HR or something that's really relating with people and problem solving. I can also see that with the 2 as well. So I can see with the 1 and the 2 that you are working a lot with different people, that you have very good relationships with people, and you are good at understanding and approaching people on the same level. So next, I'm actually going to pull out some cards for each of these numbers, just to get more details about why these numbers have turned up in this reading today. So 1, 2, 4. Okay, so I didn't mention before, but number 6s usually mean successes or goals. So this first card here is going to be talking about yourself. So let's have a look at what card we have here. So the moon. With the moon, I can see that you are quite intuitive, but I also feel like you are quite logical as well. So you are able to pick up on the messages from the universe and put them into active problem solving. Like, I see a lot of action in the lemon here, in the yellow. Like, it's very practical. You are bringing these, and you're bringing this, you're bringing the messages that you get from the universe into the world, which can be applied in a way that is very practical and very helpful for the people around you. I feel like also you don't get too caught up with the unknown. You are very trusting within yourself that you know and understand that whatever unknown situations may occur, that no matter what happens, you are confidently able to navigate these situations. Okay, next card we're going to look at is the 2. So we have Aquarius with collaborate. Again, this is only validating what I said earlier about the 2. You are working really well with people, and you are creating and inspiring new ideas in people, and you let new ideas inspire you. So you look at people in a way that you can recognize what it is they want and need, and you are able to shift your approach to a situation to make it easier for you to work together with people and collaborate and share ideas. And you're extremely giving as well. That's what I also see with this pouring of the water, that you are able to give yourself to people in a way that doesn't feel like at a detriment to you. You are able to give yourself in a way that is unconditional. And the people who are receiving this energy are usually people who are really in need of it, who really need that little bit of support. And maybe what you give them is only just a small thing. You don't consider it as a big deal, but these people who are receiving this energy from you are really, really grateful, and they really, really need that support, and they really, really need that energy. I feel like that they don't necessarily have the opportunity to communicate that to you. So I just wanted you to know that the people that you are helping, the people you are collaborating with, and the people you are supporting are really grateful for that energy that you bring to the table. Next we have for the 3s, we have a full moon with Aquarius with Be Real. And once again, I can see that your approach to the situation is a very practical one. That you don't get too caught up in fantasies or ideas. You make sure you sit there and you work out and plan the problem and plan the actions that you need to take in order to actually solve and resolve that problem. You don't get caught up in fantasy. You keep it very real and grounded. You can see things from different perspectives, and this gives you a unique way of navigating difficult paths and navigating difficult situations. Last of all, we have 6, which is your successes. So, what are you succeeding most with? Pile number 2. your reading has just come together in a really amazing way. So finally we have we have Desert Jasper with Vesta and Resolve. You are the person who resolves the problems. You are the person who finds the practical solutions to whatever is coming up. Whatever issues are coming up. You are very hardworking. You don't get caught up in fantasies and ideas, and you keep it very real and grounded, and trying to find solutions that is going to have the best outcome for everyone involved. Okay, I am going to pull just a couple more cards for 2, 3, and 6. Just to get some more messages about just some affirmations, what you need to hear from the universe right now. Oh, this one definitely sticking out. All right, so for number 2, we have New Horizons. With the New Horizons, I feel like you are being encouraged to find new ways to connect with people. Perhaps you have been working a certain way for quite some time, and yes, this is working for you, but the thing that is holding you back is that you're not finding new ways of working with people, with communicating with people, and you are being encouraged to kind of explore different ways, different techniques of communication, different techniques of management if you are in a management position, or if you are a leader of some description. You are being encouraged to find different ways to use your energy in order to lead and encourage people to bring the best out of themselves. I do feel like you are kind of stuck a little bit in what you have already found that is working, and in order to expand yourself more with the moon, you are encouraged to just maybe do some research, read some books, listen to psychology podcasts, do some meditation, do something that is kind of going to expand your consciousness so you can find new ways of interacting and encouraging people. Next we have Love. So this is for 3 here, so I can really see that you really love your work. Whatever it is you're doing, you feel you get a lot of fulfillment from the work that you are doing. You are in the right place, and you are holding a really high vibration because of this love for your work. And I feel like that is why the moon has turned up in Self. We can only vibrate at a higher level is if we are completely honest with ourselves and we are completely fulfilling our life's purpose and what we want. And I very much feel like that is something you are already doing. All right, for the last card over here with number 6, we have Friends. I feel like the one part of your life that is getting left behind because you do love your work so much is your friendship. So I feel like maybe you are spending a lot of time in work, and even though you love your job and you are completely fulfilling yourself in every which way, that you are being encouraged to kind of resolve a gap. I feel like there's a bit of an empty space in your life in regards to friends, and I guess I'm getting the feeling that maybe you are in need of diverting some of that energy that you are putting into your work, and divert that towards friendships and your other relationships, because I do feel like to some degree maybe they are suffering a little bit, and I don't get the feeling that there's actually any conflict going on, but I do get the feeling that there is a big space in your life. There's a big empty space in your life which your friends could fulfill, and so you're being encouraged to kind of resolve and close that gap, at least just a little bit. And you can do this just by texting a friend every day. You have this ability to be really practical, but I don't feel like you are necessarily bringing that into your friendships. So set yourself some easy goals. Anyway, pile number 2, that is all of the messages I see in the cards for you here today. If you enjoyed this reading, please make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. You are somebody who is very innovative. You are somebody who is very innovative innovative. Hi there, pile 3. Okay, just before I start, I just want to say it's in the middle of the day here. It was really lovely, but now it's gotten really dark, and I reset my lighting and lost a nail during the process. But yeah, I want to just apologize if any of the lighting is a little bit darker than usual. That's just because of what has happened with the weather. But anyway, we have a reading to do, so let's jump straight into it. Alright, so you have chosen red, which represents energy, vitality, and action. So I very much feel like you are the kind of person who is very action orientated, and you do a lot to kind of move forward and to make progression on projects, on goals that you want to achieve, and this is a part of your strength. So before I pull any cards, I am going to use the die to get an indication of what areas in life your strengths are. So whatever repeating numbers we see will give us a stronger indication of what areas in life your strengths are, and then once we have these numbers, we are able to clarify those areas even more. So let's give the dice a roll. So we have 2 4s, we have a 3, we have a 5, and a 6. Okay, so from the numbers in the dice in conjunction with this card, I am seeing that you in your life, I feel like you've had a lot of obstacles and a lot of challenges, and this is why you have a lot of energy and motivation in order to do things, because you have had quite a lot of obstacles and challenges in your life, and you've really kind of learned that the only way to overcome these challenges is to actually do something about it. So I feel like for you, the strength that you really have is about overcoming obstacles and putting things into action. We can see here with 3 that you put a lot of work and effort into that. With 5 here as well, there's a lot of opportunities and choices. I feel like this is more on the choices side. So you are very active about making choices, and you're very thoughtful about the choices that you make in order to succeed. And 6 over here we have with 6 is your success. It's very rarely I do dice divination and 6 doesn't appear. And that makes a lot of sense, because 6 is about goals and successes. And every single person out there has a goal or something they're working towards. So it makes sense that in every reading that I get a 6. Otherwise, if we don't have a 6, this is probably an indication that you have given up or you're not putting any effort in anymore. But yes, so you're clearly working to overcome your obstacles, and you are making very active choices in order to overcome those I am going to pull some cards. We're going to pull a card for each of these numbers to get some clarification. So first is going to be 3. So we have work and effort. Tell us a little bit more about the work and effort you are putting in. Next card will be your obstacles. So we're going to pull a card about your obstacles. Give us some clarification about these obstacles. Oh, that one. Next, we are pulling a card for your choices, opportunities and choices. So let's get some more information about your opportunities and choices. Oh, this one. And last of all, we are pulling a card for your successes. So like, what's your goal? What successes? What are you working towards? What is the ultimate intention? All right, here we have our 4 cards for our 4 numbers. Okay, starting over here with 3, and this is work and effort. So a lot of your work and effort is going into a spiritual area, I feel. Perhaps you are here because you have thought about getting more invested in, I suppose, the spiritual realm, as well as receiving universal messages. You're learning and studying about yourself through these esoteric spiritual practices. So I very much see you as you are a student and you are learning, and that's where a lot of your work and effort is going. Oh, now it's raining, can you hear it? So that's where a lot of your work and effort is going into, and gain a deeper level of understanding, not only of yourself, but how the universe works, how to communicate to the universe, and how to receive messages from the universe as well. So the next card we have represents the 4. It's going to tell us a little bit more about these obstacles and challenges. Okay, so a lot of your obstacles are to do with kind of looking within yourself, looking within your heart, and asking yourself what it is you want from your home life, from the people around you, and really trying to assess and determine what is going to be best for you and what is truly going to serve you. It's really important that as people, we have a community we can turn to, and if the community that you're within is not providing you what you need, or perhaps even they're actively trying to get in your way, or perhaps you are spending way too much trying to help other people and abandoning yourself to some degree. But yeah, your obstacles are all about trying to connect with yourself and trying to remember what it is that you truly want and what it is you truly stand for. And coming back to these choices over here, I feel like there's a lot of evaluation going on in your life, evaluating the people around you and evaluating yourself in order to put the actions that you need into, and to move forward and to move into a place which is going to be more constructive and more healthy for you. So your challenge is really about evaluating your relationships and your community and trying to decide what it is that is important to you and how much you can actually give them. Next, we are going to move over to the 5, and we have new moon in Taurus for self-worth. And I feel like this is completely validating everything that has come up so far. So your choices are really about yourself. Your choices are about evaluating your worth and making choices that are going to reflect that worth. So whatever situations are coming up here in Vesta and Hearth, you are very active and reflective as well about what choices you are going to make and what choices you need to make in order to not only establish your boundaries and your worth in relation to the people and situations you are making these choices about. Your key criteria about making these choices is from a place of self-worth and self-love. That is a really strong place to be making your choices. I feel like with the Hierophant here, this is not coming from a place of the beginning, it's coming from a place where you know and understand you are a constantly learning and evolving creature. The next card here is for number 6, which is your successes and your goals. So let's have a look. We have a Lace Agate with adaptability. Okay, and this is really tying into your reading so well. You're making choices based on your self-worth, and you are making those choices dependent on the situation. You are not taking situations that arise personally as a reflection of you, because you already know your self-worth and you are already taking a lot of action in your life to manifest more of that confidence, more of that self-love, because red is also love, like the color of love. So for you, your adaptability is something that comes from this self-love. It doesn't matter what happens in a situation. All right, so next I'm going to pull some additional cards, which are just going to be some affirmations and messages that you need right now. I'm going to be pulling these cards for 4, 5, and 6. Starting over here, so we're going to get some more clarification on the obstacles and challenges that you have. I feel like the message here is to be very careful about where you're putting your energy. Perhaps you've not put enough emphasis in how you're distancing yourself from people who are draining your energy. And if somebody has broken your trust over and over again, then that is an indication that they are not worth your energy. And same with people who are trustworthy. If you have seen on various occasions that they are trustworthy, then it's time to be putting more energy into those relationships and into those connections. Okay, the next card we are moving on to is for 5 over here. So here we have Earth Guide, and I feel like this is really indicating that to establish what you should be choosing is to just ground yourself, watch, and wait. Sometimes we get caught up in the moment or caught up in the situation, and we go ahead and we make decisions spur of the moment. But with Earth Guide, I'm getting the feeling, and as well with the Taurus energy, I'm getting the feeling that you kind of just need to grow the roots into the ground, establish yourself, and just let the things that are happening around you just to happen. By watching the situations happen and watching how people are reacting, choosing to react to situations, where we can make very educated and very knowledgeable choices about what it is we want and need, and how this person or how this situation can either benefit or be a detriment to us. I feel like you have a lot of grounded energy, especially here with the Taurus. Okay, the last card we have over here is the 6. So we have Ask. What I'm getting from the combination of Ask and Vesta is that perhaps there hasn't been a lot of open communication in your family, in your friends, in the general community that you've had. Now, this is a very common thing. From my own personal experience with my family, none of my family talked about anything for a very long time, and it takes that one person who is going to just like be open enough to ask or listen, encourage people to communicate about what it is that they really want and what it is they really need. Now, this doesn't mean taking on things, taking responsibility for things. It just means asking and talking about it. The goal here is to be able to have this communication with people, and place yourself appropriately in regards to the people and the things that are occurring around you. Alright, pile number 3, that is your reading for today. If you enjoyed this reading, please make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll